Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today we continue our drive south on US Highway 61 in Washington County, Mississippi. US-61 has been reduced to 2 lanes here, the only remaining unimproved section in Mississippi. For this entire video, the highway will look much like this, running through farmland, which looks pretty barren and brown, being that this was filmed in late November and coming out of what was probably the coldest weather of that year. Down the road to the right is the Muscadine Farms Wildlife Management Area, which was a 700-acre catfish farm when it was purchased by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in 2002. The 90 retired catfish ponds are intensively managed for waterfowl. These ponds are managed in 3 or 4 pond hunting units. The majority of ponds are managed for moist soil vegetation with beneficial native plants. Waterfowl hunting is by draw hunt only with a combination of pre-season draws and standby opportunities. We enter the city of Hollandale, which had a population of 2,323 as of the 2020 census. Hollandale, which lies mostly to the west of US-61 on Mississippi Highway 12, was named for Dr. Holland, the original owner of the town site, and incorporated in 1890. The town was almost completely destroyed by fire in 1904. A one-room schoolhouse in Hollandale was founded by Emery Peter Simmons in 1891. One of the first schools for African American children in the area, it was used until 1923, when financial support from the Rosenwald Fund enabled the construction of a larger brick school. Simmons worked as an educator and administrator for 52 years, and Simmons High School in Hollandale is named in his honor. Thomas Roosevelt Sanders was a noted community leader. Sanders was principal of Simmons High School for 33 years and the first superintendent of the Hollandale Colored School District. Sanders developed Sanders Estates, the town's first subdivision, and organized an association which provided running water to neighboring Sharkey County. Sanders was the first African American in Mississippi to receive a master's degree in educational administration. A marker on the Mississippi Blues Trail dedicated to musician Sam Chatman is located in Hollandale, as is a marker on the Mississippi Country Music Trail dedicated to Ben Peters, both of whom were residents of Hollandale. At an intersection with Mississippi Highway 436, we enter Sharkey County, named for William Sharkey, the provisional governor of Mississippi in 1865. Sharkey County is the second least populous county in Mississippi, with 3,800 residents as of the 2020 census. Contained within the boundaries of Sharkey County are the Delta National Forest and the Theodore Roosevelt National Wildlife Refuge. We enter the unincorporated community and census-designated place of Panther, Mississippi, with a population of 115 as of the 2020 census. The unusual place name is attributed to a legend of a panther that terrorized the residents of the town. The panther was captured and locked in a barn, and then the barn was set on fire, while the residents yelled, "Burn, Panther, burn!" However, in reality, burn is an old Anglo-Saxon English word for brook or stream, and is more likely the origin of the name. Keep an eye out on the left for an old section of US-61 and on the right for an old service station as we enter the unincorporated community of Nitta Yuma, a name which comes from the Choctaw language meaning mixed with bear, although it doesn't specify exactly what is mixed with bear. At the 2020 census, the population was counted at 8. Presumably, the census takers gathered the entire town in one room and counted heads, since they're all members of the Phelps family that has been here for more than 200 years. We conclude today's video at around mile 168. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.